Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. So I planned out my second path through the labyrinth the other day, and I was planning on using Guillotine 2099 as my primary attacker. I recently took her to R5, and she has so much damage, I figured she'd make a lot of these fights pretty easy. However, I noticed what I think is a pretty significant bug with regards to her damage. So let's take a look quickly at her ability text, and I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the line of text in Guillotine's abilities that I want to call out, and I'm going to zoom in here on the video to make it a little bit easier to see. If you aren't familiar with how she works, when you hit combo 100 and up, you deal a bonus amount of direct energy damage for each hit above 100. So at combo 100, you deal 51 damage, and then it scales up from there. So combo 101, it's 102, and so on and so forth, and then it caps at 600 hits. However, the key line here is that it says specifically there, scaling with base attack. So when I was planning out my labyrinth run, I thought to myself, wow, Guillotine is very suicide-friendly champion since she's a robot. She doesn't have to deal with the bleed or the poison. She doesn't need willpower to keep herself alive. And the extra increase, it's a 67.2% increase to your attack from suicides, should make this energy damage scale much faster than it normally would with her base. However, that does not appear to be the case. Okay, so this is a shot of Guillotine at combo 100 with no suicides on. I'm going to zoom in on the numbers here, and you see, as expected, the energy damage is 51. So let's then take a look at combo 100 with suicides on. Okay, so this is her with suicides on. You'd expect to see a number of 85, which is a 67% increase above 51. However, look at this. It is still set to 51. But that is not all. The plot thickens when you change to an attack synergy. Okay, so this is combo 100, suicides off with Ant-Man and 2 Yellow Jackets, which is an 18% increase to attack. And you can see that here with the attack synergies, the number is 61, which is correct. The 18% of 51 is like 9 and change, round up to 10. 51 plus 10 is 61. So what we're seeing here is that the energy damage is scaling based off an attack synergy, but not off of the attack generated from suicides. So I think this is an incredible bug, especially since they call it out in her text that it's supposed to scale with base attack, and even then, I went back to her champion spotlight, and they specifically call out in the spotlight that she is she is supposed to shine with suicide masteries, but from my testing, she seems to be more suicide indifferent than suicide friendly. So I'm going to make a post on the forum about this. I'm sure what's going to happen is they will either ignore it because I've never had a mod respond to any of my bug report posts before, or they're going to say that the text is wrong, and she was never meant to deal more damage than she already is, which is fair. She is the highest damage output champion in the game right now. However, I don't know how they can argue the difference between an attack increase from a synergy and an attack increase from the suicide masteries. One thing I didn't test was whether boosts affected this, but even still, the inconsistency is what is so concerning here. If they're going to try and say that the keywords is base attack, and that the attack synergies increase base attack, but suicides don't, I think that's a load of nonsense. So, I think a lot of people, spent a lot of money trying to get this champion, and these kind of, whoopsie daisies from Kabam have become a little more common than I think the players would like. If you want to be really mean about it, you could call it, bait and switch. People buy this champion expecting to turn on suicides and see a significant increase to the damage output beyond what is already there, and they're not seeing it. So we'll see what happens. I hope that this gets resolved, or at least recognized, or shown to be an actual problem by Kabam. But we'll see. So that is about it from me, and thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.